Hi, brothers and sisters. This is Bobby Quitain, and welcome to Pathways of Hope. In today's gospel, we see Peter asking Jesus, Lord, how many times must I forgive my neighbor? And Jesus answered him that he must forgive his neighbor 70 times 7. Now, you have to understand that in scriptures, when they use 77 or the word 7, it means you have to forgive indefinitely. You have to forgive without limit. Now, how do we look at this from God's perspective? Ang ibig sabihin ba nito, talagang maging martir tayo at talagang hindi na tayo nagbibilang? No. I guess what the scripture is telling us here is that we look at things from God's perspective rather than the perspective of our own egos. You see, madalas nating sinasabi yan, di ba? Na, pare, wag na tayong magbilangan. Tutulungan na lang kita, wag na tayong magbilangan. Ganon din yung sinasabi ng Panginoon sa atin. Huwag kang magsimulang magbilang. Kasi pag binilang mo ang mga pagkakataong naglingkod ka para sa akin o nagbigay ka para sa akin, talagang matatalo ka. Kasi pag binilang mo lahat ng merits mo, vis-a-vis lahat ng pagkukulang mo, lahat ng mistakes mo, lahat ng kasalanan mo, talagang matatalo ka. Ang sinasabi ng Panginoon, huwag ka nang magbilang. Walang bilangan ito. Ang mahalaga ay ang magmahal. You see, when a person starts to count his merits and he would start demanding that he be given, he be dealt with according to his merits, that person becomes self-entitled. That person feels that he is entitled to God's mercy. But what God is telling us here today is that, if you ask for mercy, do not count. Do not count your merits. Talagang matatalo ka because we do not deserve God's mercy in the first place. Kaya wag kang magbilang. You have a choice actually, my friend. Either you count your blessings or you count your merits. A person who counts his merits will not be grateful. On the other hand, a person who counts his blessings will be grateful. And a person who is grateful will be more generous and charitable to his neighbors. Kasi alam mo, hindi ka nagbibilang eh. Alam mo yung natanggap mo ay hindi karapat-dapat para sa iyo. You do not deserve God's mercy and yet you received it. So when you start working on that plane and you don't count your merits but rather you count your blessings, you start to deal with your neighbors in the same way. Hindi mo na bibilangin ang pagkakamali ng kapwa mo. Sa halip, bibilangin mo ang kabutihan ng Diyos sa buhay mo at ito ang mag-uudyok sa iyo na magmahal at magpatawad sa iyong kapwa nang hindi nagbibilang. And so my dear friend, today I want to encourage you. Yes, this is a time of crisis. And sometimes our focus is getting what we deserve, putting ourselves number one. No, what God is telling us in this time of crisis is that we start shifting our focus from getting what we deserve, self-preservation, and rather focusing on what we can do to bless others. How we can be more charitable, how we can be more compassionate, how can we be more loving. Because that's how God deals with us every single day. Once we understand that, once we believe that, we become more humble, we become more grateful. And humble and grateful people start to love others as well. This is the beginning of charity. This is the beginning of generosity. Again, stop counting your merits. Instead, count your blessings. A grateful person is a humble person. A humble person is a more loving one. God bless your day.